Everyone has seen documentaries or films of people living in poor conditions. However, there's a huge difference between seeing the poverty in the TV and having to face the reality in person. Also, it doesn't come across in a camera the same way. You experience it being there. For me, being able to be part of this reality has been a challenge, but also a huge blessing. My name is Anna Kvoika. I'm an 18-year-old Austrian girl that had the privilege of working as a volunteer in Peru for a few months. Having finished high school, I took the opportunity of a gap year. I saw it as a time of experiencing and living a life totally different from the Western culture. And the only way to do that was to get out of my comfort zone and dive right into the chaotic and exhilarating life of Cusco. Barely having gotten adjusted to the Peruvian life, I took off from the tourist path and made my way to my volunteer project for the very first time. As I sat in the bus, full of excitement, I clearly saw the change of landscape, facing the increasing poverty around me. Like unfinished houses, dusty roads, there was trash everywhere, and shabby looking street dogs were strolling around. Finally, I got off the bus and made my way to the NGO, where I was going to work from now on. It is located quite hidden away in a garage. A very simple location, but sufficient work and creative space for the kids. As soon as I had taken a step into the room, a dozen kids were running up at me, welcoming me with happy faces, greeting arms and kisses. From now on, I began to get to know the kids and a few of their stories. I came here to this project with an open mind, not knowing who or what was awaiting me. Even though I didn't know what to expect, I set myself some personal goals in order to focus on what I was here for, which was to benefit the kids in any way I could, giving them motivation, teaching them to focus on the important things in life, making them dedicate themselves to education in order to be able to follow their dreams. But which counts the most is being there for them and believing in them. Most of the kids came to the project every day on their own, even from the age of 3. Sometimes they couldn't come because they had to help in the household or look after their siblings. The project started at 3 p.m. with games, soccer, or a walk to a little field up the hill to play outside. Meanwhile, we also helped them with their homework if they had any questions or doubts. After that, the Peruvian volunteers and I taught them Quechua, English, and maths in 2 different age groups. Later on, we spoke to the children about different topics like the environment, geography, or natural resources. At around 5:30 p.m., we prepared snacks for them. Even though the project was only 3 hours, we tried to make the best of the time we had, so that each day the children could take some new knowledge home. Cuando no vengas al proyecto, ¿qué estás haciendo en tu casa?
Juego, a veces me voy a casa de mi compañera.
¿Crees que el proyecto te ayuda, como con los deberes? ¿Sí? ¿Sí? ¿Te gusta venir al proyecto?
Sí,
¿Por qué?
porque me gusta jugar.
Those 4 months of volunteering have been a truly unique experience. The children had a huge impact on me, and I've personally grown a lot. The children taught me that we have every reason to be happy with the things we have, as little as they may be. This little boy told me a couple of things that make him happy.
Me hace feliz que yo esté acá, que me hacen todo hacer. También en mi casa, toda mi familia me ayuda en mis tareas, todo. Por me hago feliz, a veces me llevan a cualquier sitio, me llevan al parque, así.
During my time here in Cusco, I also realized that when it comes to addressing issues like poverty, just giving the children money without any further interest in their education or social situation would not be the best solution if you want to have a lasting effect on them. Being a volunteer taught me the importance of being present. My actual presence made a huge difference, not just for the kids, but also for myself. The direct contact with the children, teaching them and playing with them, is, as I see it, a more human way of helping them. Lastly, I realized that having an education is not just a privilege, but also a responsibility. The knowledge that is attained through education opens doors to a lot of opportunities in the future, but it is your duty to use it well. Throughout this time here, I learned that no one should take their education for granted. In the Western culture, you hear a lot of students complaining about school or wanting to quit. However, in Peru, there are a lot of children without access to a proper school system who could only wish for an education like we have in Europe. I'm very happy I got to know each one of them. I truly hope that they will be able to receive a good education that will open them new doors for their future, so they're able to make a difference in their own and other people's lives.